This is my WWE Armageddon 2008 pay-per-view predictions. The pay-per-view is going to be airing tomorrow night live exclusively on pay-per-view. This is actually one of the WWE's pay-per-views, at least in the last couple of months, that I could actually say going into it as far as the card goes. It actually is one of the pay-per-views that interests me a lot. In my opinion, you got 4 matches on this pay-per-view that are booked that I think are either going to be good to great matches, and you really only have 2 weak matches. And they're not really weak matches in the sense where it's going to hurt the pay-per-view. It's pretty much done in the purpose of, a cool-down period after, a match. Whereas I wouldn't want to see the Finlay and Mark Henry match, but at least the Matt Hardy and Kozlov match kind of has a little meaning to it, even though it's kind of more of a branch off of the Jeff Hardy and Kozlov matches or whatever, and I guess they have them two taking on each other. So the first match of the pay-per-view is most likely going to be the IC tournament finals match for the winner facing William Regal. I don't know if it's either going to be on a Monday Night Raw, which most likely it will be, because I can't see them holding them all the way to the Royal Rumble pay-per-view to get the IC title shot, and especially due to the fact that, stars like either CM Punk or Rey Mysterio, whichever one wins, will obviously be in the Royal Rumble match, so they're not. I don't think they'll, go the route of double duty, but maybe they will. They did do it back in the day, so they might go that route. But I would say most likely it's going to happen on Raw. As far as CM Punk and Rey Mysterio, this is a match I'm looking forward to a lot. Probably the one I'm looking forward to the most, I would say. These two have took on each other in a 3-way involving Eddie Guerrero back in IWA Mid-South a long time ago. Probably either late 2001 or early 2002, and they have took on each other in a singles match in the same organization. And back then it was good, and that was pretty much, CM Punk's real early years as a professional wrestler. Obviously, Ray was probably better as far as his in-ring skill than he is now, but with a mix of it, Punk's, real good. Rey Mysterio still pretty good, and he can pull out, incredible matches when he wants to, or, actually work to the level that that he actually used to at some points whenever he wants to, and I think he will pull it out here. This should be a very, very good match. As far as the winner of it, I see CM Punk getting it due to the fact that I think they're doing something, I guess, with Mike Knox and Rey Mysterio, where they're going to kind of entangle it with Evan Bourne. So I think that's what he's going to be doing, especially due to the fact that last month at their Survivor Series pay-per-view, they did the thing where within the Survivor Series elimination match, they had CM Punk pin William Regal right at the beginning of the match, hit him with the go-to-sleep, and I think that's going to pretty much build that up to their match they're either going to have on a Raw or, like I said, at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, whichever route they go, because I think at this point or another they haven't really announced which one they're in, which way they're doing it, when the winner receives the title shot. So like I said, I see CM Punk winning this match, then they might do something where, he'll hold that title and the tag titles, and hopefully at some point they get him off these tag titles off of Kofi Kingston, because I'd much rather see CM Punk in a singles route. Now, I know the IC title division is obviously a huge step down from the world title picture, but I would much rather see him going for a singles title and being in a singles division than being in a pretty much thrown together tag team with Kofi Kingston, even though I think they're not a bad tag team, but I would much rather see, someone else hold those tag titles to try to do something to rejuvenate those tag titles, but you really don't have any tag teams you really could do them with, though, unfortunately. Then the next match on the pay-per-view will probably be the Belfast Brawl match with Finlay and Mark Henry, and this is a match no one's probably looking forward to. Pretty much this is going to be a dud. No one's going to care about seeing it. I see Finlay going over in this match. Expect Hornswoggle to get involved. They'll probably do a thing where the ref will be distracted. You see Finlay use the shillelagh, hit Mark Henry, and gain the victory. So Finlay will most likely win this match. Then after this, I guess they'll do the, since obviously they're not going to go with Batista and Orton yet, obviously they'll do the Matt Hardy versus Vladimir Kozlov match, which that and the previous match, like I said, the Mark Henry and Finlay match, are the only ones on here that I'm not looking forward to at all. And this match, obviously with the with this match being a non-title match, it's not for the ECW title. the main purpose of this is going to be for, Matt Hardy to keep a hold of the ECW title so Vladimir Kozlov doesn't have to actually win the title, but at the same time his undefeated streak stays intact. I highly doubt Matt Hardy will be the one to defeat Vladimir Kozlov. What I see happening is pretty much when wrestlers have undefeated streaks and Triple H is on the same brand, Triple H will probably be the one to defeat Kozlov as far as a one-on-one match, or be the first one to pin him, because obviously as far as TV goes, he hasn't even been pinned in, I think, tag matches or triple threats, so I can see Triple H being the first one pinning him, which I don't really care. Vladimir Kozlov is a character that I hope doesn't last long. I hope he's someone that WWE notices, no one cares about. He's nothing that's going to bring anything to your company at all. He's not even a giant, so you really don't have anything marketability behind him. So I see Vladimir Kozlov winning this match, so he'll still be undefeated, and Matt Hardy at the same time, since it's non-title, Matt Hardy will keep a hold of the ECW title. The next matchup is going to be Randy Orton versus Batista, which this match isn't another match just like Rey Mysterio and CM Punk in the 2 world title matches. I'm looking forward to a good amount. This match, you got 2 former members of Evolution. These two probably going to have good chemistry with each other and have had good chemistry in the past with each other. So expect this to be pretty good. Obviously, it doesn't have the feel of a major pay-per-view like a WrestleMania main event, but it still kind of has that big match feel since these two guys are 2 big marketable stars in WWE. Arguably, Randy Orton is one of the top heels in WWE, and obviously Batista is probably one of the most over superstars in WWE. Whether I like to admit it or whether I like him or not, I have to at least admit that he is one of the most over guys in WWE. So with this, since obviously this past Monday they did the whole thing where I guess Randy Orton's new stable that they're having with Cody Rhodes, Manu, and himself. I guess the name of it's going to be called The Legacy, as far as the way his promo went this past Monday night on Raw. So I could see them having some influence in this match, which is the main factor why I'm saying Randy Orton is probably going to go over in this match. Expect him to win by some cheap tactics. Expect ref bumps in here. Expect some interference. But they'll, make it look like Batista's going to still come out as the victor. But I see, Randy Orton hitting an RKO out of nowhere to end the match. So I see Randy Orton winning this match and possibly having this feud continue. Possibly, if they don't go the route of the tentatively scheduled John Cena versus Batista match for WrestleMania, that this could possibly be a feud that could culminate and end at WrestleMania with Batista and Randy Orton, especially since I think a lot of people will be interested in the match, and this will be just kind of like a little taste of it, but I think they will do some good stuff because Randy Orton is a good overall wrestler, and Batista's one of those guys that when he wants to show up, he can perform good, especially when he's in the ring with someone the caliber of Randy Orton, so expect that to be pretty good as well. Then you got the first of the world title matches, you got the WWE title match, the triple threat with Edge, Jeff Hardy, and Triple H. And I expect this to be pretty good. You're obviously going to see some good stuff here. Triple H and Jeff Hardy, they have very good chemistry. The little start they're doing with the Edge and Jeff Hardy feud, that looks like it's going to be pretty good. And, Edge and Triple H, they have worked good together before. So all these guys, I think, are going to mesh very well. So this should be a very good 3-way, and I know probably some people are worried that Triple H might, regain the title, but I don't think it's going to happen. I see Edge retaining this title, and then possibly at the Royal Rumble, or maybe not Royal Rumble, maybe if they don't go the route of Jeff Hardy versus Edge at the Royal Rumble, and they have, I guess, Edge versus like someone like, not Kozlov, but trying to figure out who they could throw in there since maybe Triple H, but I see Triple H, being in the Royal Rumble match, so I don't know what they'll do with Edge for the title match if he retains, possibly, Jeff Hardy and Edge at the Rumble, but if they don't do that, they go the route of, even though I wouldn't like seeing it, but I know a lot of people would, Jeff Hardy win the Rumble, then go on to WrestleMania and win the title against Edge at WrestleMania and have this, built up over time and if you build it up already, that's going to be, definitely a big match for WrestleMania, and it will be a good moment, even though I have mixed feelings on if I want Jeff Hardy to hold that title, but, I guess, it might be worth the risk, but in my opinion, I don't think it is. Some people will, but that really depends on your opinion on Jeff Hardy, though, so I see Edge retaining this title, but should be a very good match. Definitely, I don't think anyone's going to mind Edge retaining. I don't think anyone's expecting Jeff Hardy to win, and I think some people might expect Triple H to win, but I highly doubt he will, though. So, like I said, I see Edge retaining the title. Then you got the main event for the World Heavyweight title with John Cena versus Chris Jericho in the Survivor Series rematch, and this should be very good as well. I felt their Survivor Series match from last month was good, but they might have held back a little, and it makes sense since they're having a match the month later. So this match could possibly be better than that, and possibly be as good as what I expected the Survivor Series match to be, hopefully. And I see in here, obviously John Cena is going to retain. I highly doubt Chris Jericho will win the title back, especially after all the short title reigns they did have over the last several months, or the meaningless title run of CM Punk, then Chris Jericho, then Batista, then Jericho back again, and pretty much all that was very pointless title changes, and not pointless title changes, but title changes that really kind of devalued the title. So I think you have to have but John Cena retain the title just to try to add some prestige back into that title. So like I said, I see John Cena retaining that title, but I'm looking for this pay-per-view to be pretty good. Like I said, I see John Cena retaining the World Heavyweight title, Edge retaining the WWE title, Kozlov to stay undefeated, the match with Finlay and Mark Henry, Finlay to go over, CM Punk to advance and take on William Regal, and the other match is Batista and Randy Orton. Like I said, I see Randy Orton winning the match by some type of interference or something on lines of that, or interference. Then he'll hit an RKO out of nowhere, which looking forward to that, be pretty good. So overall, I would say this pay-per-view probably, as far as the card, looking pretty good. You got like I said, 4 good matches that should be good to great matches, unless they disappoint, which I kind of doubt they will, especially since you only got 6 matches for this pay-per-view, which is really a good thing. I know some people might say 6 matches, maybe they should add 1 or 2 more matches, but the idea of 4 very solid matches and 2 matches that are going to be passable or watchable at best, it really is going to be good to give the 4 matches that are going to be pretty good matches, give them at least at least 20-25 minutes. Hopefully CM Punk and Rey Mysterio will get a good amount of time. That's going to be the only thing that's going to might hurt that match, is if they don't give it enough time. Hopefully they will. Obviously the title matches will, and the Batista and Orton match will get a good amount of time. So that's my picks for the Armageddon pay-per-view that's going to be on tomorrow night, which, like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to. And as far as any wrestling topics this week, nothing that much. Probably a topic that everyone's been wanting to hear. WWE finally released Gene Snitsky. I think, good riddance, who really cares? And probably the funniest news story of the week is when they did the WWE tribute to the troops, and they did the tour to Iraq, and Joey Styles got into the altercation with JBL. And, there's mixed stories about it. There's one story saying that he clearly just punched JBL, and there's other ones saying he kind of sucker punched him. But either way, I think it's priceless, just because JBL does a lot of shit backstage to fuck with people, and I think, it's priceless that finally someone stuck up to him, and it seems like, Vince McMahon's not really pissed off that Joey Styles stood up for himself. It seems like JBL was going pretty overboard with the insults he was handing out to Joey Styles, so definitely got to give that to Joey Styles. Definitely a funny story right there. Didn't expect, Joey Styles to be able to, he didn't knock out JBL, but he punched him hard enough that JBL actually was bleeding. So, that shows that he hit him at least pretty hard there. So that's probably, the only 2 topics that's really been going on this week. No TNA news really, and, no Ring of Honor news. The only thing about Ring of Honor that I want to throw out is that right now on Ring of Honor, on ROHWrestling.com. They're having a little sale right now, 25% off of everything on the site. I'm pretty sure it's everything on the site. And even with that, they got free shipping. So not only you get 25% off everything on the site, you get at the same time you get free shipping. So you don't have to pay for shipping, and you get 25% off, which definitely is a very, very good deal. And I gotta say, definitely, good times to catch up on, Ring of Honor DVDs with these sales going on, which is pretty much the times, when they do the Black Friday sales, when they do the buy three, get one free. And these type of sales is pretty much when I get all my Ring of Honor DVDs, because I think that's the best way to get them. You get them at a cheaper price, and it's definitely the best deal to get them. So just wanted to throw that out. And, yeah, that's it. Peace.